I'm here today at my favorite motorcycle dealership. It is Spartan Cycle. It's in Clinton Township, Michigan, and I'm here to talk about two Indian motorcycles. One of them is the Chief and the other one is the Scout. Which one is right for you? Let's discuss. Okay, over here on my left, you'll see that the Chief, this is the Chief, and I'll bring the camera over here in a minute. It's in blue. Imagine it's in black because the blue costs a little bit extra. And I want to go base model to base model. So we're gonna imagine it is black like the Scout over here. Okay, so one of the things that you have to know about the Chief is an air-cooled engine, whereas the Scout is a water-cooled. That's one of the major differences, and that's one of the reasons for some of these numbers being a bit different from each other. The performances of both of these motorcycles is very similar. The price is very similar, and we'll talk about the price in a minute. But let's talk about this motorcycle in itself. Okay, so the first thing we'll talk about is the engine. On the engine, you're talking about a 116 air-cooled engine. Horsepower is about 92. It does well over 100 miles an hour. I can attest to that because I have one of these in my garage. The torque is 120 foot-pounds. And so you've got the horsepower, you've got the torque. This has a lot of torque. You have peak power at 2,900 RPMs. Real quick, you get to peak power. So off the line, this is really a fast bike. They have a lean angle. This bike here doesn't lean as well as the Scout. This one here, a lean angle is about 28.5 degrees. The dry weight of this motorcycle is 647, which is a light bike. I mean, it's a big engine. This is a lot of motorcycle here. The seat height is 26 inches. I think that's what we'll talk about at this point. And now we're going to go over to the other motorcycle and talk about that a little bit. Okay, this is the Scout. This is your basic Scout. Its seat height is basically the same. It's about 26. Actually, it says 26.2, but basically it's 26 inches, so the height is about the same. Oh, I didn't talk about the tank volume. The tank volume on the Chief, which we were just looking at, that one is 4 gallons, but this one here is 3.4 gallons, a little bit smaller tank. So it gives the bike a little bit smaller look and appearance. Now we'll talk about the engine. The engine is a 1250 cc, which is about a little over 76 cubic inches. So this 1250 gets 105 horsepower, and it has a torque of 82. Little less torque, little more horsepower. So it's water cooled, and that's why these numbers are like that. The lean angle on this one is a little bit better, as I mentioned. It's 33 degrees, which is pretty nice. It's a fun bike. The dry weight on this one is 527 pounds. So just about a difference of 125 pounds. So it's that much lighter, 125 pounds lighter. Now let's talk about some features. Now this particular motorcycle comes with ABS, as does the Chief. Now when you look at the Chief here, the Chief comes standard with traction control, ride modes, and keyless entry. Now that's standard with this particular model. Now you can get those same features on the Scout, but the Scout, as its base model, doesn't have it. Now let's talk about the price. The price for the Chief is $15,000. $14,999, that kind of a thing, $15,000. The price on the Scout is 13 or 12,999. So you have a difference of $2,000 between these two motorcycles. So for $2,000, you get a little bit bigger tank. You get a couple of those options already in the bike without going to another model at the Scout. For $2,000, you get a few options that are not standard on the Scout. But if you wish to have those features, you can also get them on the Scout. The difference is you have to pay a little bit more, and then the price gets a little closer. And the $2,000 difference is, it's kind of built in. So when you look at some of the features on this particular bike, you've got a pretty nice rear tire. The tank is a little bit larger. And I'm going to sit on these bikes in a minute and kind of show you how I fit. Now here's the rear tire on this bike. It's a little bit smaller. And I'm not going to give you the wheel length or tire sizes because each model has of these bikes has some differences in tires and diameters of the wheels and things like that. So let me put the camera on a stand and I'll show you what I look like sitting on this bike. Okay, as you can see, I'm sitting on the Chief now. Chief has a little bit bigger tank. It's a little higher in this area here. They have different models, different handlebars. All of this can be customized, but just I want to go base model to base model. So just based on that, this is how my foot would fit and how my leg is. And again, the seat height is comparable. They're both the same basic height. Like I say, the tank looks a little bit bigger. My leg is level. I'm 6 foot, 33 inseam. I do have boots on. So this is how my knee is bent when I'm at a light. Very comfortable bike. Like I say, I have one of these in my garage. This thing is a beast. I have a different model than this. I have, I think it's the Limited. It's got bags, windshield, that kind of stuff. Okay, let's go get on the other one. I'm on the Scout now. The distance from here to here is very similar between both bikes. I don't know about the wheelbase. You'll have to look that up to find the difference. Handlebars on this are, they feel very similar between the two. The tank isn't as small as I thought it would be. It's about a half a gallon less in volume. But yeah, it still looks pretty good. It's got some, this must be for another option. Okay, so this one here, the distance for the pegs is a little bit more forward on this bike than it is on the Chief. So my knee doesn't feel as high. So size-wise, this bike fits me pretty good also. I actually thought it would be too small, but it is not. It is not. You can see at a street light how my legs are bent. Very comfortable. I would probably change the bars if I had this one, or that one. I would change the bars on that one too. I'm more of an upright rider, and this one here is a little more bent over. So that's the size of these two, and that's my comparison in that respect. Now let's talk just for a minute. Okay, so now you've heard a couple of the specifications and You heard the prices. There's a $2,000 difference. Both bikes are very similar. One is air-cooled, one is water-cooled. You might be leaning towards a water-cooled for durability, but let me tell you about this 116. These Thunderstroke engines are just, they've got millions of miles on it, but when you consider all of the the Thunderstroke engines that are out there, they're just, I have one also. So I have two Thunderstrokes in my garage. And I have to say they're solid. So as far as the air-cooled goes versus water-cooled, hey, I don't know. It's up to you. Now, one more thing I want to do is I want to start them both up so that you can hear the difference of the stock motors with stock exhaust. So just based on that, let's listen to them now, okay? So that was the Scout. Now let's do the Chief. Okay, so that's the sound between the two, and I have to admit, I have a favorite, and my favorite is the Chief. Now, these are both stock exhausts, so you can really change the sound with aftermarket slip-ons, and you can even change the air filters on here and make it a full stage one, with a little tune, which they do right here at Spartan, no problem. But in my opinion, the sound of a water-cooled engine compared to an air-cooled, there is a difference. And I have to say, I know what my favorite is. Now, as far as performance and which one's going to win in a drag strip or which one's going to accelerate from a street light to street light, hey, come in here to the dealership and test ride both of them, because that's the only way to really make up your mind which one is the best. Okay, so that's it. Just a quick little video comparing the two bikes, and until next time.